Hi folks, it's Andy. Welcome to this episode of Kendo Video Feedback. Okay, so here we are for another episode of Kendo Video Feedback. In these episodes, essentially, I take some footage that you wonderful channel viewers have sent into me. I give some feedback on your Kendo and hopefully everybody benefits from it. So, it's only a short one today. We've only got one submission, only one video we're looking at. We're looking at a grading video today for Shodan. It's a little bit interesting because our protagonist, a wonderful brave soul who's sent in their video, has taken their Shodan exam in Nito. So, before we jump to that, first of all, you know what I always say, don't leave any nasty comments, I'll just delete them. Like, share, subscribe, help people start Kendo by using the YouTube algorithm to do so. If you type a comment down there, wow, what a fantastic, amazing, brilliant Kendo video, or words to that effect, someone who's about to start Kendo might just have this video suggested to them and start Kendo thanks to you. We've already had something like 1,248 people probably start Kendo because of that. So I think we can get that well over 1,500 easily by this time next week. So make sure you go and leave a comment there, like, share, subscribe, do all the YouTube stuff. But most importantly, and this is super important, if you like this channel, if you like these videos, don't forget to shop at KendoStar.com. KendoStar.com is what supports the channel. It's what keeps the lights on and the camera rolling. It's the best Kendo equipment web store in the history of the human race, in every known and imagined galaxy, universe, solar system, Milky Way, everything. Now, of course, I would say that because I own the place. But everyone agrees with me. You can check out our Trustpilot rating. We're by far and away the highest rated Kendo store, and we're actually one of the highest rated e-commerce stores on Trustpilot as a whole. That's an independent reviews aggregate, by the way. You can only review on there if you've actually bought from us. So yeah, shop at KendoStar. It's win-win. Everyone's a winner. That's the truth. Right, okay, so let's get into this video. So this video, I believe, has come to us from Thailand. I'm sure they won't mind us giving a bit of details. This is an exam for first dan. This person practices both Chudan and Nito. They decided to do their Nito in their grading. Mainly self-taught in terms of Nito, but with the support of their sensei. They're using their KendoStar Myrmidon Borg set, which is really good and love it. Yeah, fantastic, good stuff. And they've really benefited from the protective aspect of it. So yeah, and in fact, I do remember that door, that white door. I do remember it coming through the office. So I'm glad to see it being put to good use. Myrmidon, fantastic Borg set. Go and check it out. I think it's on offer at the minute. So yeah. Right, let's have a look at this. Now, we started the first Tachi-ai sort of halfway through or sort of part way through, but it's not the end of the world. Let's have a look. Okay. So we're doing whichever type of Nito it is, where you hold the shinai in the left hand and have your right foot forward. There's a special name for that. I don't really know what it is. So that means you're having to swing the shinai here with your left hand, which is all fine. The speed you're swinging the shinai could be better, could be a bit faster. I suggest sort of maybe practicing a bit more kata de suburi. Your kikentai no ichi isn't bad though, much better than a lot of people that sort of have a go at Nito. So, you know, you're doing good there. Just make sure you're definitely using a size 37 shinai and not a size 39. You're not allowed to use a size 39 shinai. I know lots of people sometimes have a go at Nito and they use a 39 shinai. And they're like, oh, I don't mind that it's heavier. It's against the rules to do that, so don't do that, please. Make sure you're using the appropriate size shinai for Nito. Okay, good. Look, it's not bad, all right. You're here's what I want you to think about though. Your footwork. You're not doing Kendo footwork a lot of the time. You're just sort of walking. It doesn't matter if you're doing Nito, Ito, Jordan, whatever. You still have to do Kendo footwork, okay? See how, watch here, often, oh, I've skipped ahead, sorry. Often, what's happening, you're walking like this, your sort of heels are going flat on the ground. You must avoid that, all right? I think we see one here. You see how you're walking sort of back, and then you see, look how flat your heel is on the floor here. This isn't correct, okay? You can't do the proper fumikiri whilst doing that, all right? So please bear that in mind. I think look, overall, the overall shape of your Nito isn't too bad. I've seen a lot worse, most certainly. What I really want you to think about is going forward, the strategy that you use whilst you're doing Nito. I'll get into that a bit more in a minute. I just want to look at this this part here. Looks to me like your menhimo too long as well. Look, I can see bits of your menhimo dangling down here. So your menhimo have to be 40 centimeters or less, okay? With your borgu, you should have got a leaflet that told you how to shorten your menhimo, but there's a video, I've got a video on YouTube how to shorten your menhimo as well. So make sure you do that and make sure that the loops and the strings are the same length when you finish tying the men. And the knot on your men as well, it's a little bit too low. It wants to be a little bit higher. It needs to be sort of level with your eyes, with the monomi, the wider gap in the mengane, okay? So that's a couple of points on chakso. Let's have a watch of this. Okay, so this bit's not quite correct either, okay? So here for your Neiho, okay, you enter the Shinsajo, that's fine, but you don't come to Taido until after you do Rei. What you did here is you brought to Taido as you did Rei. So that's not quite correct. Come in, Rei, then Taido, okay? And then you step forward and take Kamae and Sonkyo, okay? So just bear that in mind too. Okay, so here's what I'm saying about this one-handed techniques. They, overall, as I say, the shape of your Nito, it's not too bad. The Kiken Tanichi is there, which is fantastic, but you're lacking any sort of snap or sae with your left wrist when you make the strike, right? I don't have the room to show you in here, but the way you're using the left wrist, it's like bam, and it's doof like that when it wants to be like this, yeah? Pam, 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 like that, so that you get a snap with good sae, good tenuchi when you make the strike, and it's not just a kind of doof like that, okay? Okay, so as I say, I really want you to think about how your feet are sort of doing things for you here. You're sort of walking around a lot. It's not really Kendo footwork. You're just sort of walking. So bear that in mind as well, yeah? Whether it's Ito or Nito, it doesn't matter. You still have to have the proper footwork. Okay, good. As I say though, you know, here's the thing. What can I say? How can I say this? As I said, overall, look, there we are. We're at the end there. Overall, the shape, and the overall sort of direction that the Nito is going in is pretty good. There's no problem with Shodan for that. It's absolutely fine for Shodan. Fine, fair enough. But going forward, if you want to have a future of doing Kendo in Nito, then you have to realize that it's about more than just hitting, okay? Let's say I'm not entirely unknown for my lack of enthusiasm for people taking up Nito, right? Let's just say I recognize that, okay? That isn't to say that I think that, that I'm totally against Nito as such. I just think that it's very, very rare though it does happen, it does exist, and there are a few, very few people who pursue Kendo through the medium of Nito, rather than doing Nito as its own sort of separate thing. And, you know, I know a few of those people personally, and there's a couple in Europe even. So what it's not, and what my sort of apprehension towards Nito is generally that people tend to use it as a way to carry forward a misunderstanding of Kendo being a game of hitting the other person more than they've hit you. So I'm very keen to ensure that you don't go down that path. Now, I don't think that's where you are right now. I think you're doing great. I want you to make sure that you don't go off the path of Kendo. You have to make sure that it's not just how many times you can hit and how many times you can defend yourself. Okay, you have to make the yu ko datotsu that fulfills all of the criteria. Okay, including making sure that you have the good datotsu no kikai, the good opportunity, the good kamae, migamae, kigamae, the good zanshin, all of these things, rather than just trying to hit the other person before they hit you. Okay, now this is kind of, in fairness, it's not the sort of conversation I'd be having normally with someone who's just past Shodan, but normally someone's just past Shodan wouldn't be doing Nito, so, you know. And I'm not saying don't. What I'm saying is that there's a danger that you'll take your Kendo in a direction that's gonna at best slow down your progress. So I just want to make sure that you avoid that, okay? And anyone else out there that's sort of doing Nito, just remember that it's all it's not about just bashing or hitting the other person before they can hit you or more than they can hit you. And it's not just, that's not exclusive to Nito either. I mean, obviously that's the same with Ito, and there's plenty of people that get that wrong in Ito as well. It's just that a lot of people who misunderstand that use Nito as a sort of shortcut to be able to do that, because it can be in sort of lower level environments, it can be an effective method of hitting and defending at the same time. Anyway, that's my rant on that front. Fantastic work, well done passing your Shodan. Look, I think you're, as I say, especially considering the place that you're at, your Kendo looks very, very good. Your Nito is perfectly fine. It's all sort of together. Just work on that footwork. Don't be walking around the place. Make sure that you keep that left heel off the ground, and I want you to work on that tenuichi as well. All right, and I'm sure you won't have a problem with Nidan either. Thank you very much for sending it in. If anyone else would like to send a video for feedback, just email it to me. The best way to do it, and really do want to stress this, the best way to do it is to upload it to YouTube for me, set it to unlisted, and send me the link, okay, so that I can, you know, operate the controls a little bit better. So YouTube's very, very good for this format of video for me. So if you manage to do that, that'd be great. Send it over, and I'll certainly have a look at it. Okay, so thank you again for sending this in. Thank you everyone else for joining me. I hope it was useful. Shop at KendoStar, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.